Hello everyone. This video is all about getting started on Eduaide. So with that, we begin by logging in. Once the application launches, you're met with the dashboard. The dashboard is designed around a simple reality in teaching. Sometimes you go into your planning knowing exactly what you need and you don't want to take long doing it. Sometimes, not so much. Eduaide gives you multiple ways to get into the application and to get started, depending on how clear your goals are and how much time you have. If you know exactly what you're looking for, you can use the recommendation engine. What do you want to create? Let's say an assessment for a lesson on cell structures, and you can get recommendations. This isn't a prompt in the sense of chatting with an AI chatbot, it's a routing question. We take your response and we use it to recommend the right type of resource to begin with. For an assessment of a lesson on cell structures, we recommend multiple choice questions, assessment measures, or a test. You can create one of these and go to the finalization form. Otherwise, you're free to browse other areas of the dashboard. You can look for specific teaching resources, graphic organizers, or games. For teaching resources, it takes you to our directory of different prompts that you can use, all depending on different areas of teaching. It could be direct instruction, it could be for discussion and collaboration, or communication and classroom management. You can also filter on a few other dimensions, featured resources by category, view your recent resources that you've generated in the past, or your set of favorites, which you're hanging on to for later use. Outside of browsing, you're able to look at a set of subject essentials. These are packs of prompts that are tied to a specific subject area, social studies, science, math, ELA, speech, etc. What this might look like is, for a social studies teacher, you may want source analysis questions. For someone working in STEM, it might be interesting to have an inquiry-based model for a lesson, or to conduct a demonstration, to draft a lab with related materials. For math, you may want a worked example or short answer response with minimally differentiated questions. For ELA, you may go with a Socratic seminar or jigsaw activity. Your favorites are resources that you've saved to use at a later date. And then finally, you have your featured resources. These are a rotating set of prompts that we find teachers are using a lot lately, or might be tied to a specific time in the school year, engagement activities and syllabus starters in the beginning of the year, and reviewing norms or something like this right back from a holiday. The key idea is that there's no single way to get started on Eduaide. You can search when you know exactly what you want. You can have something in your favorites and go back to it. You can browse the subject essentials, the featured resources, and of course our standard categories of teaching resources, graphic organizers, and games. Once you've found your resource, it'll take you to the finalization form, which is where we'll pick up in video 3.